I was hated the second they realized I couldn't be manipulated. But only a fool trips on what's behind him. A man that fears suffering is already suffering from what he fears. But remember, real eyes always realize real lies. Now let that sink in.
Hey guys, been looking for a father figure recently? Been lacking that father figure, that role model in your life? Well, look no further, ladies and gentlemen. Look no further, because we have ourselves King Azoulay, who is going to change your fucking life, okay? You didn't grow up with a father. You didn't grow up with a manly figure. Look no further, okay? Because real eyes, okay? And that's just the tip of the iceberg of this man's entire philosophy of life. If you really adopt this man's philosophy of living, you will become the ultimate all-father alpha male of the world, okay? Because realize, you know what? I'm not even gonna repeat myself, because it's a little too much profound information for a lot of you people out there to understand. So we're going to take this slow, okay? This is serious business. This is not a joke, okay? This is the one alpha man on this planet that I think can save all the fatherless boys out there. All you got to do, though, is purchase his course. Now, you might recognize this guy, okay? I called him Ben in the last video. But his alter ego, the one who instills knowledge into the little boys, his altered ego is named King Azoulay, and we got to go through his words of wisdom, because he's been through it all. He's been a part of the government. He's been a part of the Mafia. He's been a UFC fighter. He's been an entrepreneur. He's been everything on this fucking planet, so you better listen up. Let's go ahead and check this thing out, because we already saw the small tidbit of information that he gave us. Let's elevate our mindsets together and push forward into the rest of this man's content. Let's go ahead and do this. Who's the prettiest girl in the world? Who's the prettiest fucking girl in the world? I love you. You ready for the video? Let's go.
One day I got into a fight and I ended up beating the out of like 5 of them. And the boss, he took out a gun, put it to my head, told me to stop fighting. And I told him to he asked me how old I was.
You joined his team?
Yeah, I became one of the guys in the I was named the Kid, and it was the Russian mob.
He was named the Kid, and he was in the Russian mob. You know, King Alibaba just decided to beat up everybody on the street side of the Mafia, and after he subdued like 5 guys, the mob leader came and put the gun to his head and said, "You work for me now." Bro, bro, oh my God. But then you would expect, like, okay, that's your story that you're going to stick with. Cool. That's what you're about. You're the Mafia guy who's called the Kid. That's going to be your lie, right? That's what you're going to go forward with. But the thing is with this guy is he's the mob boss. He's the military man. He's the family guy. Like, he has a story for everything. For example, right? So we already know as a kid, he was this karate motherfucker. He beat up all these guys in the mob, and he became this influential mob member, right? Well, tell me how this story makes sense.
Do you have experience in counterterrorism?
For about a decade. I was almost multiple times. I was already tied up once, ready to have my head off. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
I've seen bodies, pieces. M16s, Uzi, short Uzi, mini Uzi, you name it. My family didn't know. Nobody.
Short Uzi, mini Uzi, you name it. Yeah. I almost died like 6 times. Yeah. Ali, you're a nice guy. Bro, you can't take this guy seriously, bro. It gets worse and worse and worse. We're at clip number 3 right now, okay? This shit gets a lot worse as we go forward. So the man was a mob boss called the Kid in his youth. And then later on in life, he becomes a counterintelligence agent of the government or some shit like this. But I just want to make sure you guys understand the progression that we're going through with King Azoulay, right? Shit is crazy. This guy is a fucking Superman. Let's keep going, though.
M16s, Uzi, short Uzi, mini Uzi, you name it. My family didn't know. Nobody knew. Nobody knew until now. They came to me, then asked me to work with them. The unit that I worked in, it's called a clear unit. Clear means that you work with people that nobody's ever heard of. All you do is you go on missions. That's why I've been to over 80 countries. After that, whenever there is a problem, if there's a terrorist right now in France and I have to go to France, I have to go catch him in France. I can't speak about this. Matter of fact, I'm not supposed
All you do is you go on missions, right? You know, because, you know, you beat up the mob boss and then you get drafted into the military and then you just go into Clearwater. You understand clear? It means you don't exist. And you just do missions and you shoot and you carry out missions and man bro, if anybody believes even 5% of what this fucking moron is saying, you need a guardian. You need to be monitored and you need to have the right to vote taken away from you. I'm joking. You like, what the fuck is going on? Let's keep it going though, because this is some deep stuff. He's telling us information that he shouldn't even be telling us. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's keep it going.
can't speak about this. Matter of fact, I'm not supposed to speak about it for at least another 5 years. You have to understand there's always terrorists around the world. Then they're looking for people who work my job. So they can. But for somebody like me and my abilities and my knowledge, when I walk out of a building, I look everywhere. I know who's moving. I understand body language. I could figure out your weight like this.
Have you ever?
Let's just say I could be somebody that's not the nicest.
Oh my God. Oh, I could estimate your weight by looking. I can estimate your weight by looking at you too, motherfucker. That's not a superpower. The fuck are you talking about? Oh, when I exit a building, I look everywhere. My eyes are, man, listen. It's not going to stop a sniper bullet if they're trying to kill you. Looking everywhere is not going to. Anyways, bro. Man, listen, I'll tell you one thing. You know when you used to, you would go to college and everybody tells you that, oh, you can fully reinvent yourself. You ship off away from high school, you go to college in a different city, a different state, you could fully reinvent yourself. You could be whoever you want to be. That's what the internet has given these fucking morons in the world. Like, you could be a 40-year-old loser and just reinvent yourself. Just go online, create a TikTok, inject a few shots of tren in your muscles, you know, gain some muscles and just start lying on the internet. That's exactly what I feel like this motherfucker did. But we're not done yet. We still have more cringe to get through. You thought I was done. No, we're not. We just began. Let's try. So let's check something else out.
Hey, King,
What's up?
you have any good jokes about black people that black people won't get offended by?
Yeah, of course. You know what's the difference between a black man and Batman?
Shit.
Yeah?
I like it, man.
He asked me for a black joke. I'm giving him a black joke.
Let's do it.
You know what's the difference between a black man and Batman?
What's the difference?
Batman can go out at night without robbing.
I like.
Oh my God, he's so edgy. Oh shit, I can't even. He said a black guy can't go out without robbing. Get it? Because Batman and oh shit, man. Whoa. King Azoulay, you are so fucking profound. It's like the comedy and the humor and the fuck yeah, dude. I need to follow him now because that shit was so profound. What a fucking dweeb. You know? And this is why I say he's even more of a dweeb, because the jokes sucked. And two, he's acting like somebody stopped by him and noticed him and dapped him up like, hey, I like your content. No, that's somebody who's in your entourage and you decide to make a skit. The person who dapped them up out of nowhere, like, oh, huh, oh, he was asking me to make a black joke. How much more scripted can you be, bro? Nobody knows who you are in public. People walking around the street, they look at you, you're not famous. So he starts to dig deeper and deeper into like his masculinity and how tough of a guy he is. So the remaining clips of him that I have to show you is basically him just trying to flex fake stories that never existed. Example number 1.
When I punch somebody, I don't punch their head. I'm imagining my fist going through their head, the back of their head. Their head gets stuck here on my elbow. That's how Bruce Lee used to punch. He punches. And who was like that? Mike Tyson. He comes in, and when he punches, why do you see everybody's head flying? Because he tried to put his fist through the guy's head. That's why every single punch you see people flying. Look today, all the knockouts that are in UFC. Somebody kicks him, he does a slap kick. Chin, boom, boom, boom. Guy goes down this way. Mike Tyson, Bruce Lee, it's a different punch.
Well, you know, I have an idea. Why don't you face any MMA fighter in your weight class, or fuck it, even below your weight class, and see if you survive? You fucking. Anyways, let's keep going.
Let me ask you a question. Who works the hardest in the United States?
Hispanics.
And who makes the least amount of money?
Hispanics.
But who are the happiest people every weekend that you see in the damn parks doing barbecues with their family and having the best time?
Hispanics.
Why is that?
I don't know.
They have something that money can't buy.
That shit is not even profound, bro. He's just talking. Oh, Hispanics, they work hard. And they're grilling outside. Do you know what that is? Family. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what? Man, this mother... Yo, there's a helicopter over there. This motherfucker's out here just talking, bro. I swear to God.
When I meet somebody, do you know how I run a testosterone test on them? It's very simple. You'll hear from a lot of people, but the top people. You look at their hands. If this finger right here is longer than this finger, your testosterone level is high. If this finger is at the same level, that means your testosterone is very low. If it's shorter, you probably squat to pee. So if you're a woman or a man and you want to do a testosterone check on anybody, just look at their hand. It's literally that simple.
Oh my God. I never knew it. If I wanted to make sure the woman I was fucking with wasn't a man, I just had to look at her finger orientation. Yo, you know, this guy is a military man, he's a mafia boss, and he's a scientist. How could you go wrong? We need to follow King Azoulay to the ends of this earth. We need to follow him because he is a prophet and he will deliver you from any situation you got going on in your life, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. You know, listen, I just wanted to come up here, sing this guy's praises because we really need a lot more alpha men like this, bro. Fuck, dude. He's just such a great guy. Such a great guy. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, man. Until the next video, bro, make sure you're watching your alpha men out there, especially King Azoulay. It sounds like that mayonnaise. Like what's the shit that's like mayonnaise? Azoulay. What's that shit that's like mayonnaise? It's white, it's creamy, it's just like mayonnaise. You guys put that in the You guys, Aole. There we go. It took me a minute. His name sounds like Aole. How can you not be a fucking cornball? All right, King Aole. We'll see him real soon. I'll probably do another follow-up video on this fucking clown, so this won't be the last. I'll see you guys real soon. I'm out. Who's the prettiest girl in the world? Who's the prettiest fucking girl in the world? I love you.